and welcome to this week's episode of Happily Ever Caffeinated, your weekly wedding video series where we get stupid high on coffee and talk about weddings. I am your host, Jessie Stellick, co-founder of Photo Bohemia, and I'm here today with Denise and Kaylee of Zendara Salon and Spa. They do hair and makeup for weddings. Beautiful. They bring bliss into your wedding day. And in this episode, we're going to be discussing how to get your hair and skin ready for the wedding day, and then also how to have a stress-free wedding day experience. Let's do this. So how far in advance before a wedding do we need to start thinking about preparing our skin and our hair for the wedding day?
I suggest about 6 months in advance. And we
have to be good for 6 months? That's a long time to be good.
You have to be amazing for 6 months. What I like to do is we have a package at our salon where it's a $700 investment.
Okay.
You receive 5 services. And in those services, you receive 3 facials and 2 full hair services to get you ready for your big day.
Wow.
So that you can have the colors you want.
Yeah.
Everything's ready.
What is the primary goal that you're looking for with these services?
I want clean and flawless skin. So the first facial that we start off with is a deep pore cleanse.
Okay.
I cleanse everything out of the skin, pore by pore.
Okay.
It takes about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah, because that's a lot of pores.
And then I get them to take care of their skin at home.
Okay.
And they receive 2 more follow-up facials to set them up for success so that their skin is flawless, glowing, healthy, and the makeup will look better if the skin is clear.
Now, being in Florida, we see a lot of disastrous tan line issues right before a wedding. Either they try to get tan and go to the beach and then they have weird tan lines, or they get too sunburnt because they're from Ohio and they don't know the strength of our Florida sun. What do you recommend if they want to have that like healthy tan glow but not get the dangerous problems with that?
Well, I recommend organic airbrush tanning.
Okay.
And I recommend that you find a location, if it's not with us, and that it's with somewhere else in town or near your town, that will release to you the ingredients that they're using. Because you want to make sure that it is organic, you want to make sure it's healthy for your skin, you do not want to be orange.
And exfoliating your skin before the airbrush is really important.
Yes.
And do you do that at the location, or do you do that
before? Yeah, in the shower. I take old coffee grinds, actually. It's kind of funny. My used coffee grinds and coconut oil, and I just blend it together, makes my own salt scrub.
I wonder if we can get some from these guys before we head out.
Say,
hey, buddy,
but it's really inexpensive too, and it's
really
and it's
nice
got the exfoliating. Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, so now we're prepared. We have our hair, we have our skin, we're ready for the wedding day. What do we expect wedding day, actually, the experience?
What I like to do with what we do on site with brides is I start off with a nice walk to a location wherever they're staying, and usually find a beautiful tree or a beautiful area to sit down and do a guided meditation. And that meditation is sort of organically inspired by my bride. And so some of my brides are a little more spiritual than others, some are a little more practical. But I'd like to sit them down and walk them through the stages of getting married and how exciting it is, but also to be calm. The less stressed out they are when we're putting their makeup on and doing their hair, the better everything's going to be. So I like to remove that whole stress from the equation. Because when your blood pressure is high, your skin changes color.
Yeah.
And then what I like to do is walk them inside and kick everybody out of the room and give them a mini facial that is 100% geared to hydrating the skin.
Right.
And
so they're not going to have red blotchy.
No, we want to have nice hydrated skin. It's actually an oxygenation treatment. And we want to have nice hydrated skin so that the makeup sets properly and it lasts in a beautiful dewy setting all day long.
Very nice. And now, do you recommend that they do a trial run beforehand, or?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, trial runs are extremely important. I mean, I've had friends that don't get the trial run, and then the day of, they and the stylist are freaking out. I think too, just like learning the texture of your client's hair, really being comfortable working with it so that it almost comes like second nature. And that way you know what you can and can't do, or how strong a hairspray you need to bring, you know.
Yeah.
In the 6 months of gearing your bride up for getting married, if they're here in town, is a great chance for you not only to get to know your bride and her hair, but also to get to know her soul and have a consultation almost every time you're seeing them, because you're actually part of that whole magical experience of getting them geared up. So they might have seen a picture on Pinterest, and I might be like, boop. Okay, well that didn't work, but what we can do,
Your magic wand doesn't fix everything.
but what we can do is use that picture to guide us on what we want to do. For example, some brides might see a beautiful, you know, thick braid with all the flowers and everything, and that's wonderful if they had enough hair.
Yeah.
Or what if they have too much hair and they want like a thin updo?
Right,
So it's kind of like designing the perfect look for your bride,
Practically.
along with the color layout and the hair.
Yeah.
So it's the whole entire
Whole look,
process.
yeah.
The whole thing.
We get there as the bride is finishing up her hair and makeup, and it's a stressful process. Like, it takes a while. They're getting ready, like they want to keep moving, they want to get married, and it's a very stressful thing. And I just love that you incorporate that Zen calmness into it. I feel like that's very, very necessary for the bride. And I love that you did my hair and makeup. I feel like a new person because of it. So I love the concept that you guys are working on, and wanted to congratulate you guys both for it. It's a very fun idea.
Thank you.
Always question with the Q. Questions help us learn things new. Question marks are very cool, especially when you're in school. Always question when you try. You'll find who, what, where, when, why. Question marks are very fun. Let's break them down now one by one.